Good afternoon, everyone. This is a 100,000 chip buy-in, no limit hold'em tournament. There were 285 players when it started. I entered at the last minute, and I'm currently in 23rd. I was in first place for a long time, but I've been on a cooler for the last 15 minutes or so, when I just haven't been able to get any cards. In any case, we're well into the money. 72 places are paid, and like I say, we're down to 23 now. I have an ace jack of clubs. I'm gonna raise 3 times the big blind. I really don't want to call, um, and that boosted me up to 11th place. I really want to get to the final table, and obviously I'm going to fold a 3-4 offsuit. Um, Currently, the 23rd place pays 288,000. If I make it to the top final table, it'll be a minimum of 451,000. Now I have a 6-4 offsuit. I'm going to fold. Um, I still have plenty of chips, but there's no sense in calling with cards like that, because the blind is 2,000 chips, and this tournament is going to go pretty fast from here on in. So that's why I decided to wait. I mean, until now, because this tournament's been going on for an hour and 21 minutes. I've been playing for about 50 minutes. I have a 5-3 offsuit. I'm going to fold. That's the thing about this game. You have to be patient and wait for cards if you can. Obviously, if you get down to where you're really short stacked, you have to call. Now I have a 6-4 offsuit. I'm in the big blind. I hope nobody raises, and I can see a flop. But I wouldn't call a raise here. I just donate my 2,000 chips and move on to the next one. Well, what do you know? Everybody folded out, so um, I'm still holding steady in the 13th, 14th place. Now I have a 5-9 offsuit. Even though I'm almost halfway into this pot, I'm not going to call, because I need better cards. And furthermore, I'll be on the button next time for this next hand, and I won't have to put in an ante until the big blind comes around again. I'm going to fold the Queen-6 offsuit, and that's I've heard the top players say, patience, and somebody's going to get knocked out here. I don't blame them for going all in with a pair of kings. Now I've got a pair of fives here. I busted out of the World Series of Poker, the main event, with a pair of fives, so I'm kind of gun shy about these. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to call. I'm just going to call. And I've got a heart, so I'm going to bet half the pot. Oh boy. I'm going to still make a bet. Now, I don't know if my fives are good. They are. What do you know? So I left out there. Anyway, like I say, calling with a pair of fives is real iffy. I'm up to 7th place now. That's the good news. Now I have a Queen-6 suited, but I'm going to fold. And we're down to 21 players. I'm in 7th place. And like I say, I'm hoping to get to the final table. And right now, this recording has only been 5 minutes to this point. and it won't take much longer for this tournament to get down to the final table. Now I have a pair of fours. They're this is really testing me. I'm gonna call with a pair of fours. Hope that nobody raises and I get another four. Now these guys, I might bet here half the pot, thinking that these guys probably have nothing, and they didn't put me on a pair of fours, so I would lucked out again there. I'm up to fifth place. I'm going to fold my queen 10 because I'm early in the rotation. I don't want to put in with a queen 10 and have somebody raise like Crappie here just did. I've played with Crappie before. My notes on him are that he goes all in with a king king, which is nice to know. Uh, some people go all in with a 2-4 offsuit, but now I've got a 7-6 offsuit. This guy's raised. I'm going to fold. I'm going to give up my 2,400 chips. And what do you know? I'm still in fifth place. Now I have a 9-8 suited. I'm in the small blind. I'll call this if nobody raises. And I'm going to check. I have a possible straight and a possible flush. If this guy's smart, he's going to bet, but I don't believe him, but I'm not going to call. I'm going to fold. And this guy's from Canada, Frank Arthur. Canadians are pretty aggressive players, and anytime they're on they have the last call in a hand, and nobody's bet, they're probably going to bet. I've got an ace-8. I'm going to fold simply because of this guy made a pretty good raise, which means to me, he would have an ace-king or an ace-queen, or possibly a big pair. This guy's from Portugal, and I've mentioned this before. People from outside of the U.S. tend to call with cards that are not as good as most people in the States call with, and as it turns out, he raised with an ace-8 offsuit, and but he had an ace, and I guess a raise is what he's usually does there. I'm going to make a note that he raises with ace-8 off. I make notes on players when I can. I'd be making more notes if I wasn't talking here. But it just gives you an indication of how these people play. And I have a 2-5 offsuit. I'm going to fold. Anybody that has a yellow outline like this means that I have a note on them, and I refer to those notes when they. Now here we just got some new players at this table, and they've all got notes, meaning that this guy's a bluffer. This guy's a sandbagger. I mean, these are good things to know, And of course, they don't bluff all the time, and they don't sandbag all the time. But and of course, if somebody had notes on me, I do both. But now I've got a queen jack offsuit. This guy's made it a pretty good raise. And what is my note on him? Well, he's a bluffer, but that's a pretty big, bold bluff for somebody in the first position. So I'm going to fold. And right now, like I said, right now I'm in fifth place. We're down to 18 players, so there's two tables. Now I have a king jack. This guy's being real aggressive, sledge bot. That's a real big raise. I'm not going to call with a queen jack simply because I've got all these other players behind me. This is a time of the tournament when people tend to go all in. And even though I've got 28,000 chips, I want to hang on to them and get into the final table. Right now, 17th place. pays 313,000, and if I make it to the final table, it's a minimum of 451,000. First place in this tournament is 2.3 million. So it if I would have called, I'd have a jack, but I don't. These guys both have aces, and this guy flopped an ace high flush. So now I've got a king queen. I'm in the same dilemma. I'm early in the table, and I'm going to fold. Punchy here is all in, and see this Chase he raised. He's from the United States. He raised 2 times the big blind. He's got a caller with a 9, 8, 9, 10 with 2 diamonds up. I'm glad I folded. Somebody's probably hit something here. A pair of 10s. There's an ace. So the ace takes it. It's pretty hard to beat an ace and a face card. And I've got a 10-2 offsuit. I'm going to fold. I'm going to make a point of showing where this is these are 4-minute levels, blind levels. And currently the blind is 3,200. The blind level clock has gone down to 2 minutes. When it gets down to 0, the blind is going to go up. I'm not sure what it's going to go up to, but it's well worth it for me to play fast if I have to in order to get the blind of 3,200 out of the way. Now that I've got the big blind, I might take my time a little bit here. I've got a 3-4 offsuit. This guy's got a bigger stack than I do, but I'm going to check and hope I get lucky. Now, I didn't get lucky, but and I'm not going to delay the game, but I'm going to take my time in checking. And I'll check again. I'm going to check no matter what happens, because my note on this guy is that he's a sandbagger. So I'm going to check. He probably wouldn't bet if he had something. Bingo! He had pocket aces. Well, it was a good thing that I didn't try and bluff him. And that just verifies my point about taking notes about these players. Now I've got a pair of 9s. I'm going to just call. Simply because I'm up against a couple of guys that have one guy that has a real big stack. And I'm going to check because I don't want to go head to head with kings. Now I'm going to bet. And what do you know? I took it down. So I'm up to, I'm in 6th place right now. I have a queen 8. I'm on the button. This is not a good time to call, even though, especially not when somebody goes all in on you. Okay, I'm going to fold, and I'm going to make a note. Nobody called him. If he was called, I would make a note on what he went all in on. And because I do, that is important. Like I say, some guys go all in on ace, some guys go all in on a 2-3 offsuit. So anytime I can make a note on what somebody goes all in on, I do that. I've got a 10-3 off or suited. I'm going to fold them. There's only 17 seconds on the blind clock. I'm not going to be able to get the blind before the level goes up. So I'm going to take my time here just a little bit and fold. I'm in 6th place. There's 14 players left. 14th place pays 351,000. So, like I say, as these people go out, the prize money goes up. Okay, now we're in a 5-minute break, and I hadn't counted on this, but they do take breaks, and I guess I'll take this time to say, if you're enjoying this video, please subscribe to my channel. And I try and put out at least one video a day of something worthwhile, either an exciting tournament uh, or a tutorial. Um, and I picked up a lot of subscribers and a lot of viewers. I'm really surprised, but I know how popular Hold'em poker is, and especially these Hold'em poker tournaments. And I'll give Poker Stars a plug here. Poker Stars is one heck of an organization. Um, Many people around the world can't play for real money because of the uh, legislation, and I'm one of them. Very few states in the United States allow online poker playing, and because of that, you don't get the number of people that play in tournaments. It's nothing compared to the number of people that are playing on Poker Stars right now. At any given minute, there's over 12,000 people playing on Poker Stars, and they're from all over the world. And you see all kinds of play, but most of the people, even though this is not real money, these people play like it is because, well, number one, if they lose the chips that they start with, that Poker Stars gives you, then you have to buy them. Um, I believe Poker Stars gives you 200,000 chips when you start, and if you play, you can get 15,000 free chips every day. And and like I say, if you lose them, you have to buy some, or you have to wait till you get your next 15,000 free ones. But my bank account is 105 million, and it would be higher right now, except I've been doing a lot of these videos and spending time commenting and and lecturing rather than paying attention to the tournament itself. And this particular tournament is a little different, probably because I got lucky and I got several good hands right away and doubled up and tripled up, and before you know it, I was in first place. And right now I'm in seventh place. As I said, we're down to 14 players, um, and it won't be long until five more players go out and we're at the final table. And I'm going to do my best to get to that final table, and I'll continue this video right up until I bust out. And just for an example, now I have 31,000 points. The leader is a guy named Lunge Nut. He's got 60,000. So if I double up, I would be in first place. And the lowest man on the totem pole is Juan Giance. He's got 6,445 chips. So he's he's got one hand left. And I'm looking at the players that are playing, and one of the things that you can see on the player roster for the tournament is if anybody rebought. Like I say, this tournament had a 30-minute rebuy period where, after the tournament started up to a half hour later, you could rebuy. And I see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of the 14 players that are playing right now rebought. In other words, they got busted out of the tournament, but they paid another entry fee and got back in. I do that every now and then, but ordinarily I don't, and that's why I enter most of these tournaments at the last minute, because those that want to rebuy, they play fast and loose, and it doesn't bother them to bust out and they have to buy it again. All right, now we're back on back on the camera here. I got a queen 7 offsuit. I'm going to fold. I'm early in the rotation. There's 3 minutes in this blind. I'm going to get the big blind in soon enough, so I can kind of take my time rather than hurry along. And like I say, I play really fast, and most of these players do too. Fortunately, we haven't run into a slow player on this recording. But I have a 9-8 suited. I'm going to fold because I'm early in the rotation. If I had more chips or was in a better part of the rotation, I would call. But this is why I didn't call, because this guy raised, and I wouldn't call a raise with a 9-8 offsuit or 9-8 suited. So now I have a pair of nines. I'm hoping that nobody raises. I wouldn't raise with a pair of nines, but I sure want to see that flop. And what do you know? I get my wish. I'm going to check. And I don't have any notes on this guy. So I've got a pair of nines. I'm going to check. And if he bets, I'm probably going to fold. He's gone all in. He's from the United States. He might have a king. He might have a 4 flush. But I think my nines are beat. I'm going to donate the chips and wait for the next one. Now I have an ace 7 suited. Like I say, we're getting down here to the final table. There's a big jump at 9th place, and I happen to be in 9th place. So I'm going to raise here with my ace 7, and I'm going to call this guy. He's got an ace 2, and unless there's my 7, he can't win. Well, he just bought himself right out of the tournament. And I'm up to 4th place. I have an ace 2 suited or offsuit. I'm going to fold rather than try and bluff because this guy's got a really big stack. I don't want to go head to head with him. Now I've got a pair of 10s, and I will raise with that. I'm going to raise 3 times the pot. And unless these guys have really good cards, they're going to fold because they too know that, they want to get to the final table. Now, this guy, my note on him says he's a bluffer. And so I'm going to call him with my pair of 10s. And he's got a pair of aces. Oh, boy. So without, well, yeah. Okay, well, I wish I hadn't made a note that he's a bluffer. I'm in 10th place now. I'm in danger of not making the final table. But my note that he's a bluffer got me into trouble. Even bluffers get aces now and then. And so anyway, I've got the big blind coming up. I've got a 3-10 offsuit. I'm going to fold. There's 3 minutes left in this blind level. I have, what do I have? 16,000 chips. I'm going to have to pay 4,000 to play the next hand. So I'm in jeopardy. But like I say, I'm hanging in there at 9th place. But I really need to win a hand now. And my big blind is the 4-7 offsuit. The best thing that could happen here is that everybody folds. But that's not going to happen. This guy's gone all in. I'm going to have to fold. Donate the chips. Now the small blind's another 1,800. I have a 2-3 offsuit. This is what you really don't want in a tournament, is to be on a cooler at this point. Maybe I should have laid down that pair of 10s. to the bluffer. In hindsight, I should have. Now I have a king seven suited. I'm going to fold. He's going all in. He went all in with a pair of aces. Okay, let's see what he goes down with. He's got an ace king against a pair of tens, and he gets the ace. So this guy's on a roll. This guy's down the road. I'm currently in 11th place, and we're getting down there. We're down to 12 players, which means that the blind comes around to me that much faster. There's only 6 players at each table. So now I have a queen 10. That's a good thing. I'm gonna go. I'm gonna call. No, I'm gonna go all in. I'm gonna go all in because I still have a fair amount of chips, and a queen 10 is good, good enough to bluff everybody out. Now I have a queen 7 offsuit, and I'm up to 10th place. Hopefully, see, everybody wants to get to the final table. Now, some of these guys, like this sledge bot here, he's got 75,000 chips, but he doesn't want to lose them. And so the best thing for me is to check here and get a flop. I've got a 7. I have a pair of 7s. I wish I had a note on this guy, but I'm going to check because he could have an ace or a king. Now he's checking again. I'm going to check. And now I have queens and 7s. But there's a possible straight out there, possible flush. I'm going to check. And gosh, he called with a 2-5. Oh boy. Well, that's what happens when you have a big stack. You can afford to play the small blind when you've got cards like that. Now I'm going to fold. I'm in 8th place. All right, this guy's going all in. All right. King 10. I want to see a king or a 10. Didn't get it. So this guy doubles up. And I'm still in 9th place waiting for 2 people to get bumped out here. I'm going to fold with a 9-8 on the button. I have a 3-4 offsuit. I can't call with that. I really need good cards, or I need some of these people. Well, one guy, somebody just went out, so there's down to 11 players. I'm going to fold with my 5-8. I'd really love to see one of these guys get knocked out. Okay. 5-8 offsuit. I'm going to hesitate a little bit here and fold. We're down to 11 players, and I'm in 11th place. Now this guy's gone all in. And hand-for-hand progress is in play because right now the next person that goes out gets 401,000, and the top 9 players will get a minimum of 451,000. And so now I've got 3-2 offsuit. I can't imagine that this lunge nut will do anything except, well, check. I'm going to check. And obviously, I'm going to check. I'm going to check. And Somehow it would be a miracle if I won this hand, but I'm not going to. I have to fold. Now, the best thing for me to do right now is to hold up the works a little bit. I refuse to be a real slow player and use up all my time. I just can't do that. Now I have an ace 10. So I'm going to call. Oh boy. I'm gonna bet. I'm gonna bet my ace. And what do you know? Okay, well, I'm up to 8th place now with a pair of 8s. I'm gonna go all in again. Or should I? No, I'm just gonna call. I'm just gonna call with my pair of 8s, hope that nobody raises and I get a set of 8s. And I'm on the button. She's gone all in. Um, do I call? Um, I'm gonna fold. I'm gonna believe she's got the king, and now I have to fold. Somebody's gonna go out any second now, and I hope it's not me. Crappie's gone all in. Now, like I say, when you get down to 5 players, that blind comes around awful fast, and I can't do anything except fold here. So maybe it would have been better for me to call with my pair of 8s. Well, I'm gonna fold. Hand for hand, they're waiting. See, they wait for everybody, each table to complete play, so that somebody can't stall and get an advantage by delaying their game. I really need cards at this point. Um, I will be all in if when that blind comes around to me. So I'm gonna fold here. I just want somebody to go out here before me. Okay. Well, now I have a queen 8. I'm not going to call a raise. Hopefully, one of these guys has an. Okay, here we go. Here we go. Now we've got some action. And Crappie's got a pair of 10s. Okay, Crappie's gonna win. That doesn't help me any. But I've got a king 9. I'm gonna go all in because I'm gonna be all in on the next hand, and a king 9 is probably as good as I can count on. A 9. Yes. Yes. Oh, wait a minute. I finished in 10th. I didn't understand what happened there. What happened? Oh, the lunge. A flop. It got a straight. Okay, so anyway, I went out in 10th place, and I got 401,000. And so that's the name of the game. And but a 10th place out of 285 players is pretty darn good. And this is a 35-minute video, and it's longer than most of the videos that I like to do. But in any case, I'm going to sign out again. And if you're still watching, please subscribe and give this video a like. Thanks for watching. Over and out.